I think we are all to some extent blind, to some extent sighted, and each of us moves in a world of unique inner vision, an interior landscape that is composed of meanings, of sights and sounds, and feelings deeply held.
Hello.
Do you know any blind students on Stanford?
Personally, no.
And do you think Stanford is accessible to students with disabilities?
In general, I would say fairly accessible, but as a university that has, been the founding place for modern technology, Silicon Valley, and all that, I think Stanford should do a better job with coming up other sort of facilities to help out with students with disabilities.
I am from Washington State. I lost my sight when I was 4 due to cancer in my sinuses and near my optic nerves.
Yeah, my name's Nicholas, you know that. But I was blind, I've been blind since birth. And apparently what caused my blindness was this thing called Norre's disease, which is a really rare genetic kind of issue. And so, yeah, this is my 5th year here. When I'm not here, I live in Montecito, California, which is like by Santa Barbara.
My guide dog's name is Lexia. Lexia is a female black lab. My major, or my plan, is computer science.
And what are you studying?
French.
My career goal is to help improve accessibility in existing technology and design new accessible technology.
Well, one of the things I was thinking of, it's just a vague thought, was possibly be a radio disc jockey. Well, not disc jockey, but the guys who do the voiceover things for the advertisements. Call your doctor to see if Cialis is right for you.
I like it at Stanford. The people are nice. All the professors are nice. They keep us busy. There's a lot to do. Sometimes it's hard to get enough sleep, but it's a lot of fun.
I have to say I've had a pretty good experience here at Stanford, especially with lately this year. I work through the Disability Resource Center here. And then otherwise, outside of housing, they're usually really good with, getting stuff to me in Braille or e-text. Or what's really cool lately is that they have coursework websites, where they can upload all the texts and you can read them there. It's great.
I think that Stanford is very accessible. The Office of Accessible Education does a good job preparing my materials whenever I need them to. Sometimes I can just get the material straight from the professor, though, without even going to the Office of Accessible Education. And they also provide golf cart rides that come in handy sometimes.
Actually, I do have quite a few funny stories of being in the dining hall, because one of the people who helps me through the lines, she helps one of the other people who lives in Sarah, Nicole, I told you about. And so what'll happen sometimes is that she'll get us mixed up. And what I mean by that is she'll go, okay, we're going to grate your milk. I'm orange juice. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Nicole. This is really one that I think goes for anybody. Just, the bikes whizzing by and being placed in weird places.
How does that interfere?
Well, just, it's doable. It just means I have to, do a little more maneuvering than I would normally like to.
I've actually come pretty close to being hit before.
Oh no.
People don't really watch out when they're going. They park their bikes anywhere and everywhere they can. Just if there's a bike rack, putting it in the bike rack and not on the railing, because I use the railing on the stairs. One of the major issues with accessibility in the nation is just general awareness and education. People don't know what to do when they meet a person with a disability, or they've heard all these stereotypes. Some of them are okay and others aren't. One of the kind of okay ones is some people think that just because you're blind, you're talented in music.
Oh yeah.
Some people think that because you have a physical or sensory disability, that you also have a cognitive disability, which generally is not true. Before assisting anyone, always ask, well, unless it looks like they are in imminent danger, then it's kind of okay to help without asking. But if you think someone needs assistance, always ask before assisting them.
Yeah, I think the blind community is starting to grow again, and I could tell that because, when I checked into the housing office, the guy knew, what to do, like right away. He's like, oh yeah, I know what to do. We have somebody else who's blind checking in. What I'd like the Stanford community to know is that I think, the blind community is growing, and for the most part, I think we're doing a great job. And what I would say is keep up the good work.